Good morning, PS 17, and happy wonderful Wednesday. Today is Wednesday, May 20th, 2020. If everybody could please rise and stand tall for the Pledge of Allegiance. We're standing tall, we're facing our flag, hands are placed over our hearts. Salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for our school mission statement. We are here to be literate, innovative, and proficient scholars who will participate in rich academic learning in a nurturing environment where we will rise. This will be accomplished by creating collaborative and supportive teaching and learning systems involving the entire PS 17 community. Okay, I have a fun book today. We're going to read the whole thing. And I love this book on many levels. And so even if you're, doesn't matter what grade you're in, whether you're in kindergarten or fifth grade, I think you'll all know the character and recognize the character. It's Pete the Cat. We know Pete the Cat and his groovy buttons. They've written a lot of books. There's, it's like co-authors and illustrators, Kimberly and James Dean. They're a couple, a husband and wife. I love this story. I love their story, and I didn't know this because it says that in 2004, Kimberly and James, the authors and illustrators, sat down at their kitchen table to write a children's book together. And it was like their dream. Kimberly worked in the office of a politician, the governor of Georgia, and James was also working in a different area. Let me see if I can see. James was an electrical engineer. So they both had really cool jobs, but they were like, we don't want to do that. We want to write children's books. And so they sat down and they had a cat. They actually had a cat and they started to draw cartoons of their cat. And that's how Pete the Cat, the character Pete the Cat, came to life. I think that's a really cool author's note. Remember, you always read the author's note. So this is called, and I love this book, and I think we can all learn something, especially right now, from Pete the Cat. And this book is called Pete the Cat's Groovy Guide to Life. And the other reason I like this book, in addition to me loving Pete the Cat, because I used to read these books to my daughters when she was younger, there's quotes in here, and you know how I love quotes. So there's a lot of quotes in here. So it says, Pete the Cat's Groovy Guide to Life, tips from a cool cat for living an awesome life. And so what you're going to see in here as we read this book is there's going to be a quote that I'm going to read. And then Pete the Cat, our character, is going to interpret that quote and give us some advice based on that quote. So you ready? Let's learn some things from Pete today, everybody. Here's the quote from William Wordsworth. To begin, begin. To begin, begin. I wonder what that might mean. To begin, begin. Life takes courage. Be brave. Pete. Once upon a time. So I think that this might mean it's not always easy to start something, but just start it. And be brave and have courage. We'll get through it. I like that. To begin, just begin. This quote is from Lewis Carroll, another writer. If you don't know where you're going, any path will get you there. If you don't know where you're going, any path will get you there. I guess if something is confusing and you don't know what you're doing, you don't have to worry about being confused by it because it's going to be okay in the end. And Pete says, just go with the flow. Go with the flow. Take it easy. It'll all work out. This is from Confucius. Life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated. Life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated. Here's Pete's advice based on that quote. Keep it simple. Chill out. And this is from Helen Keller, who was also part of Barack Obama's book from what we read yesterday and the day before. So this quote is from Helen Keller. Walking with a friend in the dark is better than walking alone in the light. Walking with a friend in the dark is better than walking alone in the light. And here's Pete's advice based on that quote. Far out. With friends, you are never alone. This quote is from Thomas Edison, an inventor. Opportunity is missed by most people because it comes dressed in overalls and looks like work. Opportunity is missed by most people because it comes dressed in overalls and looks like work. And here's Pete's advice based on that quote. Amazing things happen when you work hard. And here's a quote from a hockey player, Wayne Gretzky. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take, right? If you never try, you're never going to know if you succeed at something, if you just give up and you don't try. So let's look at Pete's advice. Go for it. Do it. Try it. And this is a quote from Henry Ford, another inventor and business person. When everything seems to be going against you, remember that an airplane takes off against the wind, not without it. An airplane needs the wind. An airplane just doesn't fly on a day without wind. It needs the wind, right? It needs the wind. And here's Pete's advice. Groovy. If you try, you can fly, right? Which connects to this quote a little bit. If you never try, you're never going to know what the outcome would be. So you might as well try. And this is from Oscar Wilde, a poet and artist. Be yourself. Everyone else is already taken. I love that. Be yourself because everybody else is already taken. And here's Pete's advice based on Oscar Wilde's quote. If you want to be cool, just be you. Be you, 17. If you want to be cool, just be you. Thanks, Pete the Cat. Here's another quote from John Wooden. Make each day your masterpiece. Ooh, I love that. Make each day your masterpiece, your most precious work of art. How are you going to make today your most precious masterpiece? How are you going to make today a masterpiece, a work of art? How am I going to make today a work of art? I have to think about that. And here's Pete's advice. Look for the good in every day. Look for the good in every day. So here's something good today. I get to wake up and I get to talk to you. I know I can't see your faces, but I know you can see my faces. And the thought of you smiling and watching me right now is making me smile because I miss you so much. So that's making me have a good day already. Here's from another artist, Pablo Picasso. Every child is an artist. The problem is how to remain an artist once we grow up. And here's Pete's advice. It's cool to color outside the lines. It's cool to be you. Be you. Be creative. Be you. And here's a quote from Eleanor Roosevelt. You must do the things you think you cannot do. And here's Pete's advice. Nothing is impossible. I wish I could keep Pete in my pocket with me to talk to me and get me through the day. He's so positive. Here's another quote from Ralph Waldo Emerson. Write it on your heart that every day is the best day in the year. And do you know why I love this day? Because you're in it with me, 17. Today's going to be a great day. Let's look at Pete's advice. The birds are singing, the sky is bright, the sun is shining, and I'm feeling all right. Look for the good in every day. Here's another quote from Plato. Be kind, For everyone you meet is fighting a hard battle. And here's Pete's advice. With a smile and a little kindness, you can make someone's day better. With a smile and a little kindness, we can all make somebody's day better. Here's another quote, and it's anonymous. It's from Unknown. This too shall pass. And here's Pete's advice for us, 17. Above the clouds, the sun is always shining. So we might be having a bad day or a bad moment, but that's going to pass, and the sun will be there when the storm passes. And here is a Yiddish proverb. A meowing cat catches no mice. A meowing cat catches no mice. And Pete's advice, don't talk too much. Maybe we need to listen a little bit more sometimes. Here's another quote from Thomas Edison. I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that don't work. Oh, I love that quote. I have not failed. I have just found 10,000 ways that don't work, that won't work. Which reminds me of another quote, and it's that mistakes are evidence that you've tried to accomplish something, right? So little things that feel like failures or mistake are just evidence that you're working hard at something and you haven't figured it out yet. I love that. And here's Pete's advice based on that. There are no failures, just lessons. So we can learn from our mistakes. Here's another quote that's attributed to Albert Einstein. And Albert Einstein was also in Barack Obama's book, if you remember. Everybody is a genius, but if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life thinking that it is dumb. And that's attributed to Albert Einstein. And let's listen to Pete's advice for that. Being different is very cool, and there is something everyone can do. Right? So if we look at the fish and we think about fish and we judge a fish and we say, hey, you can't fly, you're no good. But fish can't fly. So our judging people by what they can't do is not helping make the world a better place. And it's okay that a fish is not supposed to fly. Fish are not supposed to fly, right? So let's stop being judgmental of each other and look for the good in each other every day. Here is another quote from a poet named Emily Dickinson. Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tunes without the words and never stops at all. Don't lose hope. Keep on rocking. Keep on rocking, family. Wake up every day, smile, make today a good day, even if you don't feel like it. We're going to wake up, we're going to smile, we're going to tell ourselves that we love ourselves, and we're going to tell the people in our homes that we love them too. Keep on rocking. Another quote from Abraham Lincoln, which was also in Barack Obama's book. Most folks are as happy as they make up their minds to be. Be happy. And this is a proverb, which is an old saying. Smooth seas do not make skilled sailors. And here's Pete's advice based on that quote. If you can get tough, but you are tougher. It can get tough, but you are tougher. During challenging times, families, just know that we're going to get through it. Here's another quote from Mark Twain. A person who carries a cat by the tail learns something they can learn in no other way. Dude, don't even think about it. And here's a quote from poet William Shakespeare. If music be the food of love, play on. Keep strumming. And this is from the Dalai Lama. Be kind whenever possible. It is always possible. Kindness starts with me. And the last quote that I'm going to leave you with today is from Leonardo da Vinci, who was an artist and an engineer. A well-spent day brings happy sleep. It's a good day. I hope you enjoyed the quotes. I hope you enjoyed also learning some lessons with me from Pete the Cat. I love Pete the Cat. I hope you love Pete the Cat as much as I do. And I hope you have a wonderful day, family. PS 17, we are here for you. We care about you. And say it with me as always, we love you. Have a wonderful Wednesday, everybody.